Hey there guys, Cast back with a new video today. So, I've been away for a few days. I'm a bit late on this, I know. But yeah, I've currently been ill for the past 5 days. So, yeah, I haven't been able to make my review for Captain America Brave New World. And I know there is some other stuff I need to cover on the channel as well, but just be patient with me. I will have them up soon. It's just I didn't want to record anything while I wasn't feeling great, so I didn't want to do that until I was 100% again. But yeah, I wanted to get this video out and just give you an update why. Obviously, I didn't cover it straight away. But yeah, that was just a quick update on that. But yeah, let's get into my thoughts on the film. So, Captain America Brave New World come out last week, and I won't lie, I think the movie in general is a fine movie. I wouldn't say it's great. I wouldn't say it's a bad movie either. I think it's just an okay movie, to be honest. With a lot of news going around it, with apparently it having loads of reshoots and all that kind of stuff. And coming out of it, I just thought it was an okay movie, to be honest. Yeah, I just thought it was a good movie. I quite enjoyed it, to be honest. And yeah, it was just like a fine movie. Yeah, because this is basically a Captain America movie, but this is also technically kind of a sequel to 2008 Incredible Hulk at the same time as well. Obviously with all the Hulk connections with Red Hulk, Samuel Stern's the leader coming back, and obviously Betty Ross in this as well. But yeah, and then obviously you got the whole Captain America with Sam Wilson in this too. We got a new Falcon and that as well. New villains, obviously. And we got the introduction to Adamantium, which is pretty cool. But yeah, the whole thing is basically it's an interesting plot. I think the plot is good, to be fair, because it does live up to that sort of Winter Soldier vibes, because that's what they're trying to go for with this film. I wouldn't say it is up there with Winter Soldier, because I still think Winter Soldier is the best Captain America film. But this film is definitely going there, to be honest. It's definitely going there. But yeah, let me get into some spoilers now. So obviously, yeah, so the film is basically starts off with the world is basically finding out. So obviously you got Thunderbolt Ross, who is recently played by the William Hurt who played him previously. And because of his obviously sad passing, we obviously got the Harrison Ford recasting. And I won't lie, I do think Harrison Ford did a great job as Red Hulk, as Ross as well, to be honest. I thought he did a great job, to be honest. I really enjoyed his performance. It was really good. But yeah, when you see him playing the president though, he was okay. So how did he become president? So he was basically working with the leader the whole time. And if you think about it, he has been working with the leader since the end of The Incredible Hulk back in 2008. So all the events that have happened like when he split up the Avengers and that. Hell, the leader probably had some doing to do with the Avengers being split in half, to be honest, because he was working with the leader to one day become like the president, and he saved his life as well because he had that heart problem. And I think that we did learn about that heart problem in Civil War when he showed up as well, I believe, or Black Widow, I think, when he was in that. It was in one of those films. But yeah. Yeah, Ross was a really cool character. And then obviously seeing him turn into Red Hulk at the end, oh my god, that was so good. The CGI for Red Hulk, man, I thought was really good, to be honest. Yeah, I really liked it, to be honest. There wasn't really anything much, like any like bad bits really. There was only like one bit at the end of the film where Red Hulk turns back into Ross. That looked a bit weird at the end, the CGI, but besides that, I didn't really have any problems with that. But yeah, it looked quite good. And then obviously let's talk about Sam Wilson, Captain America himself. Obviously last time we saw him was in Falcon and Winter Soldier. And honestly, he was great. He is Captain America. He's no longer Falcon. Like we're done with that. We got a new Falcon now. Sam Wilson is Captain America. And he's like, in this film, he's like debating with himself, should I take the serum or should I not? And he is like the perfect option for Captain America. That's why Steve chose him, because he's just a normal guy basically who doesn't have super soldier serum, because when he goes up against enemies he tries to talk them down, and you see that in this film when he's talking to the villains, like to Red Hulk and like the leader and that. Yeah, that's what he does, because obviously he was a counselor before, even though he was in the military too, but he was also a counselor, and that inspired Steve to do that kind of stuff in Endgame as well. And that is why Steve chose him to take up the mantle in the first place, in my opinion. Like, he's just the perfect option to take up the mantle, and we see that here. But yeah, he was just so good at this film. Like, the performance was great, the action sequences with him was great as well. But yeah, he was just bloody awesome, to be fair. We also get our new Falcon with Torres as well. He was actually really funny in this film. I couldn't actually stop laughing at him, to be honest. But funny enough, that's how Sam started in Winter Soldier. He was quite funny when we met him in Winter Soldier, so when he was the Falcon. But yeah, I really enjoyed Torres's Falcon, and like seeing him like take his old wings and that, Sam's old wings, sorry, and like obviously repaint them to like the green and that, like in the comics, which is like comic accurate. But yeah, they look really cool, man, to be honest. And then yeah, seeing him work with Sam as well was brilliant. And then he does get injured in the film when they're over like Celestial Island, basically, between the Japanese and American fleets. When obviously Stearns is manipulating both countries into going to war. We do see him get injured, and then but yeah, besides that, he was like really good in this, to be honest. Falcon. Who else have we got? We've also got the leader. Yeah, so the leader, I'm just gonna quickly give you my thoughts on the leader. I thought the leader was a really good villain, don't get me wrong. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I thought he was a really good villain. But what was that design for the leader? I'm sorry, but that design, I thought we were going to get a bigger head at least. Like I think they didn't do the design right. I really did not like the design at all. There's probably some of you out there that do like it, but I'm sorry, the design wasn't for me. The acting in that was perfectly fine and all that, because obviously we've seen Tim Blake Nelson in the MCU before, obviously back in 2008. But seeing him come back like this, and even in the end credit, just seeing that design wasn't like, how do you butcher it? Like, he needs to have like a bigger head. That's the whole thing with the leader, and they just like made his head look like scrambled eggs basically or something. I don't know, but yeah, I did not like the design of it, to be honest. Like, I think they should have really gone with a different design for that, to be honest. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on that. Basically, you've also got characters like Isaiah Bradley, who we met in Falcon and Winter Soldier. I love Isaiah. He was brilliant. Isaiah was brilliant, to be honest, in this. Seeing him get mind controlled was interesting as well by the leader. And then obviously he gets framed and all that. So obviously Sam and that's trying to clear his name, which they do. But yeah, it was good seeing him again. And then we also do get this character called Ruth. And in the comics, she's a mutant, I believe. I think she appeared in like a Hulk comic. But yeah, they changed her in the film because she's like a Israeli like superhero apparently. But I think because of the situation in the real world and that, they didn't want to obviously be associated with that at the moment, which I guess kind of makes sense. But yeah, so they just made her like an ex like Black Widow, basically. So yeah. But at the same time, when I was watching her, I didn't really see the point of her being in the film. No offense to the character or the actor or anything. Yeah. And then there was like that other woman as well, who was like the secret agent that was with Ross, who was protecting Ross as well. Like I remember ages ago when they were doing reshoots, there was rumors about her being like Sam's like love interest or something. I was like, okay, but when you see the final product, there's no sign of that at all in the final product, in my opinion. But yeah, I don't know. We do get a. What else do we get? Yeah, we get Giancarlo Esposito as another villain in this film as well, as Sidewinder, which is interesting, who is the leader of the Serpent Society. And we do get Copperhead as well in the beginning as well. So Copperhead gets dealt with like quickly. I was like, okay. And then Sidewinder, we see him a couple times go up against Sam. And then he does hint at the end, like towards the end of the film, he's going to get out of his prison cell once he helps Sam's. And then he'll come after him again. So I imagine that Sidewinder is going to come back in another Captain America film or something else maybe in the future. But the thing is with the Serpent Society, it's like Marvel Studios hates the Serpent Society or something. Especially when they did that joke back in the day when Civil War was coming out, when they pretended that was going to be the Serpent Society, and then they changed the title to Civil War. And then when we finally do get Serpent Society, they're not even snake people. They're just mercenaries. And I just thought that's just really lazy. I know they want it to be like more paranormal, like grounded thriller. But like, come on. You're in the MCU now, like, we're way past that. You could still do that kind of genre and still have some fantastical stuff. But I don't know, maybe Giancarlo will come back, and then maybe we'll see him get like the snake abilities and that, and maybe we'll see the other members of the Serpent Society, like Diamondback or King Cobra, I think it is, as well. I know Madam Viper or Hydra has got ties with the Serpent Society. Same with Hydra as well, like as a whole. But who knows when we're going to see Serpent Society again. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see on that one. And then we do get the return of Liv Tyler, Betty Ross, come back. But in the final product, it was just at the end of the film. We do hear her on a phone call before the president obviously gives his speech to everyone before the final fight. But yeah, we do get her appear at the end, which was really cool. I really liked it, to be fair. But that was obviously on the raft, because obviously Red Hulk, Ross ends up in the raft, and so does the leader. But yeah, seeing Liv Tyler again was really cool. But yeah, guys, we do get the end credit as well. Just the one end credit. It's basically Sam visits the leader, goes back to the raft again to see the leader, and he's basically teasing or telling Sam, like, do you think you and like your hero friends can protect this world? This world isn't ready when like all the other worlds will come and then attack our world or whatever. Basically, that's basically what the leader was going on about, like obviously teasing like Avengers Doomsday and like Secret Wars and the arrival of like Doctor Doom and whoever else is going to attack our world, basically. But yeah, I don't know. I did think that was a bit silly, that end credit, but I because like the whole film had nothing to do with the multiverse at all, and then you just get that end credit at the end, which is just like very random. But I mean, I guess they got to tease their next couple movies, because there's only a couple left, like this year before Avengers Doomsday comes out. So yeah, I guess they got a teaser, so it is what it is. But yeah, overall, guys, we also do get a cameo from Sebastian Stan's Bucky, Winter Soldier, which I was actually quite shocked by, to be honest. That was the one thing I wasn't expecting from this film. Like, I didn't think that was going to happen at all, because we're obviously going to see him in Thunderbolts later this year. But yeah, I mean, I was really happy when I saw him. Yeah, and even the joke where like Ruth was kind of into Bucky as well was quite funny, even though he's like 110 years old, Sam says. But yeah, seeing Bucky was really cool, and like giving him that like little speech to Sam and that. But yeah, overall, this film was some fun. It's a fun film. Thought it was a good film. Just I wouldn't say it's like a great one, but I think it's fine, to be honest. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna leave it to you. I want to know your thoughts, so leave a like, a subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.